Okay, I did manage to pick up the other Mega Evolution Elite Trainer box. This is not the Pokemon Center one. This is just a standard one, but I figured we could open up the other half, see the stuff in here, because Phantasmal Flames is quickly approaching. We don't have too much more time. So, without further ado, let's take a look at what comes in this one. I believe it's mostly the same stuff as the other guy. We're just getting a different promo, but everything else should be the same. Or, oh wait, maybe different sleeves and dividers though, right? Yeah, because it's the Lucario stuff otherwise. So let's break this bad boy open. We've got that. I don't remember if we looked inside this last time, but oh yeah, no, we did, and it absolutely is all of the Pokemon again. So it's not like some of those specialty sets we were getting before, where it wasn't showing Pokemon. It was just like a random pattern. We get that. We get our booklet that still has the hard outer plastic. It was weird. Like one set, they were like, yeah, let's make it a cheaper configuration. Now they're going back to like that laminated top. And whether it's the Pokemon Center or the standard, we're still getting the nice new trough that everything comes in, which is very nice. I wonder if this is harder for them to manufacture, or maybe it's easier. I don't know how you make a plastic mold. But we've got full Mega Lucario on the front with a very basic pose. He's not really doing anything. He's just kind of standing around. And they are... Oh, yeah, are these... Wait, I can't tell. Let me try to get just one. Yeah, I think these are the good sleeves, right? These are the ones that are... So interesting. So even in the standard ETBs, we're not getting that pattern that... Like, I still do agree. I think that like, matte pattern that we were getting before was definitely better to actually play with, like it was. So I'm interested why they went back to this type of material. Maybe they got a better deal on that other material for a while. Maybe that fell through, or maybe they just heard about people complaining. I don't know if anyone really was besides me, but I'm happy about it. I am glad to get that instead. And then we have the Railu that did some parkour to get up to the top of this tower. Kind of reminds me of Dying Light, I think it is. I feel there's a lot of points where you had to like parkour and like climb up through the top. So every time I see this card, I think of that. I love it. Put Railu off to the side for now. We get our energy brick with the Mega Evolution silhouette pattern in there. Very clever. I'll put that to the side over there. And then, yep, you get your Mega Lucario coin like you got the Mega Gardevoir in the other one. I like the blue. I wish the Gardevoir was more of like a pink or a purple or something versus just doing the clear, but that's okay. And then we get blue dice and the same smaller counters, and we just get the EX symbol on it. I would have liked the Mega Evolution symbol. That would have been fun. Put the little Mega symbol on the one. Do that. Do something different. That's interesting, too, because I bet you this slot... No, it looks like they just made it so that it could fit the 11 or the 9. It's funny. So they only have to manufacture one type of that. So, okay. I was just curious. Interesting to see with these new builds for stuff. We'll put that there. We can put the coin over by that, I guess. And maybe I could slide that up there. There we go. Yeah, bring the Payday Pokemon in frame a bit more. And we are going to have a bunch of different types of stuff again to open, so we'll be very mindful of our piles here. Code cards can go over there. Very good. And let's do it. Yeah, otherwise, I did get to play in the Phantasmal Flames pre-release. The kits involve... First off, let's see if we get anything out of pack number 1. We do not. We get the normal Hariyama. Yeah, so the kits involve... I think there's one that's like a Crocodile Toxtricity. Toxtricity is your promo. He lets you accelerate energy onto your bench at the expense of you taking some damage. But you could use that in conjunction with a dark card that's coming out, which basically lets you look at the top 7 cards. If you find a dark Pokemon there, doesn't matter if it's evolved, whatever. Like I had a kid who, Spearow art rare. Nothing else on the back. We will take the Meganium later. I'll have to sift through that, but that's cute. I didn't know we had a Spearow in this set. Very nice, just birds hanging out doing bird things. Nothing special. Cool. I didn't realize there was a Spearow in the set, but yeah, so you can look at the top 7. So somebody like a Mega Sharpedo, and they were able just to flop it out immediately. And I think it did extra damage, and it took damage, so they were using that in conjunction with Toxtricity. It was a very fun build for that. But yeah, that deck's cool. And the Crocodile is a comeback card. If something was knocked out last turn, it does a stupid amount of damage for 1 energy to your opponent. I didn't really get to see the Flygon build. I think it had something to do with a mill mechanic, if I remember right. And we get camera up again. No surprise there. Megas do seem very plentiful, which is, I guess, good. And I didn't even think about it, but I'm like, yeah, there's no normal EXs. I think Phantasmal's bringing some back with, like, Oricorio EX, but, like, yeah, we only have Mega Pokemon in the Mega set, which is, fitting, but interesting, because I feel like in the past it was always like, oh, you get your Vs and your VMAXs and Vs and V stars, but yeah, it's the first time we're just getting Megas outright. So we had that, we have that deck. What else were we playing? I think there's one other promo that I'm forgetting about in the moment. Maybe it'll hit me. But I got the Cerule Hedge one, which is very much hit or miss. It's just discard 4 energy from your hand and Yeah, if you discard the 4, then you just do 220 damage. If you don't have that to discard, it does nothing. The kit straight up just gives you 4 of the pre-evolve and then 4 of the evolution, which I've never seen them do. Usually they give you like a smaller line. It's like, oh, I hope in the pre-release kits you get more. This deck just felt tailored like out of the gate. Like, yeah, you're running this, and that's kind of it. So I wasn't a big fan of that. I usually like it when the decks kind of allow for flexibility or one-ups to be slotted in, but this one like felt like you couldn't spare anything. It was like, well, you've got a set number of trainers, and then you've got a ton of energy, and you can't really afford to get rid of energy because then you can't attack. And I didn't really get any single fire types to really help in the efforts. So, ooh, nice. Mega Kangaskhan. I didn't realize that they stuck to showing half of the card through the bottom half of the little picture window there. So they kept that from Scarlet Violet. It's a very clean one. I dig this one a lot. Nice. I think it's the first time we got it on camera too. So once your turn, if in the active spot, you can use this ability, draw 2 cards. Great. I think these had draw abilities in the past with the Mega Kangaskhan and the old one, but it was an attack. Flip points until you get tails, 15 more damage. Kind of fun. If you can get 3 energy accelerated fast, I mean, that's no ceiling, but also it's not consistent. So yeah, but yeah, pre-release with that wasn't super thrilled, and I'm really interested to see what the set list is because everyone just kept saying it was very, very small. But I know that they're adding a lot of dark support, clearly with like that trainer and whatnot, and then I guess some fire support because Charizard is going to be obviously a thing in that set. Because it seems like for whatever reason, always one of our early sets is a Charizard set. So let's get that out of the way sooner than later. Now let's please get like one more. I don't know. I mean, I could go for one more art rare. I think one more art rare would be fine in this. And also, happy belated Halloween to everybody. I had a blast. It was nice to get home from a long trip that I had for the rest of the week, and just get to chill out and give candy out to the kids. And there was plenty this year. It was it was again a nice packed street. So I had a good time. Hope you guys did too. Whatever you chose to do. And let's see what we get in our very last pack. Please, something else. Something else out of an ETB. Because, yeah, this is generally what people keep saying is that the ETB polls have not been great, but I think it's just the set in general, right? Oh, my gosh. Yeah, no, okay. That's another. That's 3 people I've talked to today, and I am number 4 who has had a pretty dud ETB. That's pretty rough. If that's all we're getting in the promo, yikes. Yeah, it's something. Well, we'll tally it up, see how we did. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.